told you one of the reasons it feels so hard to get through difficult times is because you've been taught to prepare for the worst. I heard my preacher say something in church today that stayed with me. He said, "This world teaches you to prepare for the worst, but God teaches you to prepare for the best." And when he said that, something in me immediately connected to what I lived through around this time last year. So today, I'm taking my therapist hat off for a second and I'm just sharing from my heart. Because if you are in a difficult season right now, I want this episode to remind you that confidence is still possible here too. So here's a little bit about what was going on around this time of the year. I woke up in the hospital and I remember opening my eyes and seeing nothing but bright lights around me. It honestly looked like I was in a spaceship or something. Someone walked up to me and I asked, "Are you an alien?" And she laughed and said, "No, I'm your nurse." Then she told me, "You had a partial hysterectomy." I couldn't move. I couldn't really speak. And tears just started falling from the side of my eyes. Then she told me something I will never forget. She said, "It's a miracle you're alive today." And I was still in shock. Days passed, weeks passed, and if I'm being honest, those first couple of weeks, all I could do really was cry. But then something shifted. One day, I remember telling myself, "It's already getting better. It's already getting easier. God's already moving on my behalf. It's already getting better. It's already getting easier." And that was the moment. That was the moment that I decided I was going to prepare for the better. And once I made that decision, I started doing the things that were going to help me heal and help me get home to my boys. That's why in this episode, I want to share 4 easy ways to have confidence in difficult times. So if you need this, take out your pen and paper. Let's go. First, let's define what confidence is. Before I give you the 4 ways, let's talk about what confidence actually is. Because I do not define confidence the way the world does. Even Webster's dictionary defines confidence as you're feeling certain in your powers or your circumstances. But I believe confidence is deeper than that. Confidence is how you speak to yourself privately. And if you think about it, the word confide is in confidence, which means secrets you share with someone you trust. So let me ask you, what have you been confiding to yourself lately? When life gets hard, are you saying, "This is going to destroy me. I'm never going to get through this. Everything is falling apart"? Or are you saying, "God is still with me. This is hard, but it won't always feel like this. I'm preparing for the better"? Because if you are in the thick of a difficult time, I know how easy it is to feel like everything around you is collapsing. And that is exactly why these 4 things matter. These are 4 easy ways to have confidence in difficult times. Number 1, unmask yourself. The first thing you have to do is unmask. Because a lot of us have been taught to survive by pretending. Pretending we're okay. Pretending we're strong. Pretending we don't need help. Pretending it doesn't hurt. But confidence isn't about growing where you are performing. It grows where you are honest. So if you are in a hard season, the first question is, what mask am I wearing right now? Maybe your mask is, "I'm fine. I got it. I don't need nobody. I just have to be strong." But healing begins when you tell the truth. Sometimes confidence looks like saying, "This is hard for me. I'm scared. I'm not okay right now." That's not weakness, that's honesty. And honesty is where confidence begins. Number 2, use RCP. R. The second thing to use is RCR. Recognize, challenge, reframe. Because difficult times can make your mind say some wild things. You start hearing thoughts like, I'm never going to get through this. My life is over. Nothing good can come from this. I'm stuck here forever. So here's what to do. Recognize. You know, I always say you can't fix anything you can't see. Ask yourself, what am I saying to myself right now? Challenge. Challenge if what you're saying is actually true. Is this fear talking? Is this pain talking? Reframe. Then I want you to replace it with something more truthful and supportive. Instead of, this is the end, try. This is hard, but it is not the end for me. Instead of, nothing is getting better, try. Healing may be slow, but it is happening. This is exactly what I did in the hospital. I had to start telling myself, it's already getting better. It's already getting easier. That was my reframe, and it changed what I was preparing my mind for. Number 3, ask for help. The third thing is ask for help. And I know this one is hard, especially if you're used to being the strong one, especially if you're used to carrying everything, especially if you've been taught that confidence means independence. But that is not true. Sometimes confidence looks like saying, can you help me? I need support. I can't do this by myself right now. After everything I went through, I had to accept that I could not force my way through recovery. I needed help. And a lot of times, the reason people stay stuck in difficult times is because they're trying to survive something they were never meant to carry alone. So if you're listening to this, let this be your reminder. Asking for help is not weakness. It is wisdom. Number 4, practice simple self-care. And the fourth thing is to practice simple self-care. Not performative self-care, not expensive self-care, not Instagram self-care. I mean simple things that help your body feel safe again. Because when life gets hard, your nervous system can start living in survivor mode. And confidence is very hard to access when your body feels unsafe. So simple self-care might look like sitting in the sun, taking a shower, drinking water, putting your hands on your chest and breathing, resting without guilt, taking a short walk, eating something nourishing, praying, listening to worship music. Small things matter. Because when you care for yourself in small ways, you send your body the message. I am worthy caring for even now. And that builds confidence. And I have a list of easy self-care you can do for free when you sign up to our mailing list. So yes, these 4 things may sound easier said than done, but if you're going to get through difficult times, you have to stop preparing for the worst and start preparing for the better. Because what you expect shapes what you practice. And what you practice shapes how you heal. So if you're in a hard season right now, I want to leave you with this. Prepare your mind for the better. Prepare your body for the better. Prepare your spirit for the better. Not because life is easy, but because with God, difficult is never the end of the story. I hope this episode gave you a space to breathe today. And if it did, don't forget to subscribe. Share this with someone who may need it, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye.